Hey guys, Kev here, and I have another sweet flashlight to show you. So I've done a video on the SK05 and the SK05 Pro before from Loop Gear. Absolutely fantastic company. They have some really cool stuff coming out. Can't show you, but I have a prototype of something that is just cool and unique. But this is the Pro Helm MAO edition. MAO, micro arc oxidation. All right, whatever that is. Let us check it out. Where the heck is my knife? I'll just grab one from up here, I guess. It's over on my desk, it looks like. So, if you guys aren't aware of Loop Gear, they are awesome. They make really cool flashlights. I was introduced to them and really fell in love with the company when I reviewed the, is this the SK03, I think? Yeah, the SK03. This one's in titanium. It has their electric tritium, which is amazing. It's just a really, like, minimal glow on these that looks like tritium at night. It's really cool how that works. And it's just a good light, good EDC light. Check them out. I do have a link to their website, and it does help the channel if you guys use that link. So I'd appreciate it, but it is totally up to you. I'll check in a second if I have a discount code as well. But let us check out this SK05 Pro. Oh, yeah. Look at that finish, dude. That is sick. It's like a stone finish. Dude, it feels amazing too. Wow. This is really cool. I don't think it's titanium, but it kind of looks like it. Very cool. Here's the user manual. If you guys want to pause and read some specs, there you go. Whenever I get sent stuff like this, for some reason, I always get sent the super lumen version. That's what I think companies always think that we want. But I want the high CRI version. This is not that. You'll see they have two versions, high CRI and high performance version. So this one is probably the 6500K version. I would much prefer the, what is it, 5700K on the Nichia 519A. Even 5700 is too cool for me, but it is what it is. But I guess we'll see. Maybe high performance is the, no, because the 519A is a high CRI, so I'm guessing that's what's going on here. It looks like they updated this a little bit. It looks really cool. It says press, and it has this little guy right here. So you pull that down, and then you press, and this pops open. And that is how you get to the battery compartment. And there's going to be two 18650s in here. Okay? So you have 4,000 milliamp hours in each one of these suckers. But the cool thing is you could potentially have other batteries around that you could drop in here to use. And then you can lock this by pushing that up, and you're good to go. Really cool. Again, I've done a video on this before, so you can check that out for a more detailed look. But this one does have, I think, I actually don't know if there's different features on it. So here's the USB plug, which is cool. I honestly don't remember this having a USB plug. I thought you just took the batteries out and charged them separately, but there's a USB plug there. You obviously have the triple emitter. So you have, this is your battery gauge right here, which is really cool. So you have this light right here, which is your triple emitter. And you can obviously do the usual suspects, double tap, turbo, probably hold for moonlight. Oh, hold for temporary turbo. Interesting. And then you can switch over here. There's a glow gasket in there too, which is cool. So after you use it for a little while, that'll glow in the dark. Then you can cycle to your throwy light. So this one has a reflector in it. You can see it's a smooth reflector, which is going to give it a nice amount of throw. And the difference, hopefully you can tell the difference. You have a hot spot, very centralized sun-like hot spot, and then you have the spill around it, which means this hot spot will travel pretty far. You'll be able to see at a longer distance, and then you have the spill around it to help you, see everything. Where with the floodlight, which is the triple emitter light, you're not going to get that centralized, just crazy hotspot. You still get a hotspot, but it's a larger one, and it will dissipate. I don't know how to explain this. As I back up, it'll disappear a lot faster, if that makes sense. I'm just really close to what I'm looking at. But this would really be good to brighten up a room, something like that, where you'll see if I switch over to this light, that hotspot also starts to get bigger and disappear after a while, but it takes much longer. You can't tell, but I'm backing up. The flashlight is up above my head now, and you can still see that hotspot. So hopefully that makes sense. Then we have the front area here. Again, that was your battery gauge, which is really cool. This also functions as a power bank. So obviously this did have the USB port before, because it functions as a power bank. Obviously it had it there. 8,000 milliamp hours is a lot. Your standard power bank that most people would buy and have for a travel kit or something like that is going to be 10,000 milliamp hours, and that's going to be about the same size as this. So I think it makes a lot of sense. You could cut out about this much of it, because that's where all the flashlight components are, and your power bank would be about this long and that thick, and that's probably a pretty good comparison to what a power bank would look like. I don't happen to have one laying right here. Do I? I might have one. No, I don't actually. But you guys all have power banks. So it's really cool that you have that much capability. Yeah, you're losing, say, 2,000 milliamp hours for the size and weight of this. It is a little heavier than a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, but you're gaining a lot of functionality with the flashlight. So the trade-off is actually pretty cool if you want to swap out your power bank for one of these. Not a bad idea. So on this guy, you can check out my full video on the Pro. I think I went through all the functionality of it, so I don't want to sit here and do that. But right now when I'm pressing, it's just doing this red thing. I'm thinking that it's probably locked or something. I don't know. It's being weird. That was 5. Oh, the battery's dead. That's what that is. So yeah, this happened to me on the last one. It's just kind of almost like malfunctions or something. Or maybe I'm just doing something weird. So anyway, if you hold, this will get brighter. You're going to get just kind of a front light that brightens up. I think from there you double tap, and now we're red. And we can cycle through those RGB colors. There's 7 of them. And then double tap again. And we're getting the breathing thing. I think if you hold it, changes the color. You're still getting that breathing thing. 7 colors. Double tap again. We're getting the whatever that is. And again, you can change the color. Double tap again. You're going to get the red flashy thingy. Thought there was blue. Okay, so this is whatever color you want. I thought there was a cop one that was red and blue. This one's the rainbow, so it's all 7 colors at once kind of going along. It's kind of hard to tell here. But you can see it. I don't know if you can make it brighter. So if I hold down, it just kind of goes faster, which is kind of cool. Double tap again, and we're back to this mode. So I think they changed some stuff, or maybe I'm mixing this up with another flashlight. But you have some functionality there. This stuff, none of that really does anything for me personally, but it's there, So right now it's locked. That's why it's doing this red thing. So that's probably what was going on before. Some reason it thought it was locked, or maybe I had it on the wrong setting. I don't know. I am an idiot, so I sometimes do stupid stuff. But yeah, it's really cool. It has really good durability too. I mean, you can see here the way the batteries are in here. They have these springs. And then down here you have the plate for the flat, but it's going to protect it from, when you drop it, it's not going to damage the battery. You have a rubber gasket around here, so this is going to be waterproof. They do claim it to be waterproof. They say it works really well in all temperatures. So you can have this in the really cold. You can have this in the really heat. I don't know. That wasn't English, but you get what I'm saying. It's a power bank. It's a flashlight. It's a throwy light. It's a floodlight. I mean, it does a lot of stuff, right? I'll show you the two emitters. So you have the 5700K Nichia 519A. Here's the specs on that one. And then you have the 6500 SST25. That's going to be the one I have, I believe. There's the specs on that one. In the box, you're going to have the batteries, a charger, or charging cable C to C. You're going to have a little tool, it looks like, so that you can put on the clip. And then you have a clip spot here. And you can put the clip on, I believe, if I remember correctly, either orientation. So you can have it where the clip goes in and it sits like this in your pocket, or where it goes in, it sits like this in your pocket, and you have the lenses sitting up, or the bezel sitting up. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a really good product, and it's super ergonomic, and the finish on here, that's the thing that's really kind of standing out to me right now on this one, is that finish. It's beautiful. I've never seen a finish like this. It really has a stone-like look. And I'm sure the video does not do it justice. I'm really impressed with it. I'm guessing it's going to be around 100 and, I don't know, 80 bucks, something like that. Maybe it'll be less. Let's see. The price is $127.99. My bad. $127.99. It says save 20%. So that's cool. It does have 20-watt charging, which is really good. So if you, for instance, if you plug a phone into this, it's going to charge relatively quickly, because your phone, I think, maxes out at 20 watts. So I'm an idiot. My phone's right here. So I was going to show you. Take a cord off of my other power bank. So right here, just plug this in here. I believe you could rotate this. Nope. Okay. So just plug that in there, and then you will plug your phone in. Like so. And now my phone is charging, which is cool. So I can charge my phone, and then I can put this back in my pocket or bag or whatever. And when I need it as a flashlight, I have that. But for the most part, maybe it's just a power bank. I just think that's cool. Yeah, it's going to be a bit more expensive than a standard power bank, of course. But it has a lot of other functionality, Real quick, let's see if I missed anything. 405 meter max beam distance, 4360 on lumens, half palm size. I don't understand that, because it's bigger than that, in my opinion. This is not a small light. It's pretty big, but that's fine. 100 hours max runtime with 2 batteries. Now, that's if you don't use it as a power bank, obviously. IP68 waterproof rating. 7 modes, 8 colors. Sorry. I guess if you count the regular light as a color, that would be 8. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, it has a magnet down here. That's awesome. So there's a magnet. That's always helpful. Has a clip. there's a comparison. Oh yeah, you guys obviously have an iPhone. This is a 16 Pro Max. So there you go, compared to a 16 Pro Max. I'll compare it to Divo Knives Tall Boy. That's my phone, not the light. There you go. It's about the same length as a Divo Tall Boy. But it is a little thicker. Probably about twice as thick. Maybe about twice as thick as a Tall Boy. And then it is wider, of course. 1.5 times as wide, something like that. So there's a little size comparison for you. Yeah, let me know what you guys think on this. Like I said, I've done a video on the Pro before. And I had the regular SK05. I would not recommend the regular one. It doesn't have the ability to get to the batteries like this and replace them. It's not meant to have replaceable batteries. So you're not supposed to take them out and put in new ones. I don't know if you guys remember that video, but I literally unscrewed the back with a screwdriver and then took the batteries out and tried different ones, and I basically fried the light. This one is meant to have, you know, some compatibility, if that makes sense. I guess we could test it out. Probably gonna break another one, but what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? So I got these. Let's see if they compare. Now, they're a little shorter, so maybe they won't work. Probably, if you see fire or smoke, that's me. Sorry. Yeah, so it doesn't even, doesn't function with these because they're not the button top kind. I could be an idiot. You guys want me to be an idiot? Sure, I'll do it. Need some magnets. I'll show you. I'll show you a little trick that'll probably be a big problem, but that's okay. Hopefully I have some. I usually have a bunch of little magnets in here. These are all bearings and such. Did I get rid of all the magnets? Come on. Oh, maybe I don't have any. Oh, wait. No, those are flashlight parts. I must have gotten rid of them. But you can put magnets on here, and that'll kind of make it a button top. But anyway, you could try different batteries in them, but maybe you should just stick with the stock ones. I guess that they pop out like this so that you can either buy replacements from them, or you could put these on a regular charger if you wanted it to charge maybe faster or something like that. You always want it face down with the button top facing down. But yeah, that's the SK05 Pro MAO Helm Edition. Let me know what you guys think on this. And I'll put a link down below. Let me check on that code I mentioned. I might have one. I kind of feel like they gave me a code, but maybe I just have a link. Loop gear. Where are you guys? There it is. So Lefty 2024. Okay, interesting. Lefty 2024 is the code for loop gear, and that should get you 10% off. So if you want 10% off this, try that code, Lefty 2024. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later. Peace.